Kia ora tātou katoa. Today was a bit challenging dive today. We were on the western side and there was some big swells, but because we're busy this week, so we still went ahead with our dive. Took out quite a few on the western side, particularly from the Rarotongan to about the Edgewater. There's an area that we've been focusing in terms of removing Taramea for the last several months, really for most of this year. So we've just been focusing on the western side. We've basically managed to control the Taramea population on the northern exposures. That's from the Trader Jacks to the Edgewater, around that area, Black Rock area. We went today. The reef is beautiful. It just goes to show that what we are doing is working in terms of managing the Taramea population. And those areas that was affected by the Taramea had recovered already. Beautiful, lots of corals, a lot of platy corals, and lots of fish. A few days ago, we hit a milestone in terms of our Taramea removal, over 14,000. And just this year alone, we went over 5,000. This is important because, as I mentioned earlier, it's actually working. Areas that are affected are recovering fast, and we've prevented, for the most part, particularly in the shallow areas, corals from being eaten or killed. But this is important in terms of preparing our reefs to cope with the challenges of climate change, because the reefs around the world are facing thermal stress from elevated temperatures in the ocean, where you see a lot of bleaching events happening around the world, and also ocean acidification, among others. And then you have crown thorn outbreaks. We need to control this thing, because what happened in the 90s, we went through a similar thing and ended up poisoning our fish, because when the reef dies, you provide an opportunity for the microscopic seaweed that produces the toxin to establish. We don't want to go through that, and again, people are now eating fish on the reef, which is good, but we do need to manage that as well. We don't want to overfish, because it's these type of fish like the ume, the pipi, and the maito. These are important grazers on the reef that can help the reef stay healthy. That's government's role. They need to step up on that and make sure that something is in place to prevent that from happening. But the Taramea operation is key in ensuring that these reefs remain healthy while we sort out other issues. Because the driver really for this crown thorn outbreak is what we're doing on land. With a lot of nutrients coming into that environment, so we need to deal with that. So what we're doing is really a band-aid fix. Again, that's the responsibility of government to do their job, and I'm hoping that they are listening and they do their part. We are doing our part in terms of removing the Taramea, and we are grateful for collaborating partners that supported us. Thank you very much for the support, and we will continue this operation until such time that we know we have everything under control.